In this video, we'll go over how to wear the sensor, as well as how to visualize the data that you collect with it. I'll start off by going over how to wear the sensor. It's meant to be worn on the wrist over the radial artery. We recommend wearing it on the left side of the body. To find a signal, use the index and middle finger of your right hand and palpate for the artery, just as you would when you take your pulse manually. Once you find a signal, line up the radar IC with the pulse site, similar to how you see in the photo. Secure the strap so it is snug. Remember that plotting tool that I mentioned earlier was called KST and is publicly available at this URL. On their site, you can download the tool as well as find some more extensive documentation on the program. Before I get started with it, I'm going to navigate back to the blumiobox.local site and download some sample data to plot. This sample data will be available to you as well. Under Visualize Sensor Data, you'll see two sample CSV files. I'm going to take the high quality one and download it to my computer and save it to the desktop. Once you have it downloaded and saved, you'll find that it's similar to the other CSV file we looked at. There's 2 columns of data and no headers. At this point, you should have also downloaded the KST tool. Let's go ahead and open that up. We're going to be using the Data Wizard tool. It's going to ask that we select the CSV file that we want to use, and then we're going to configure it. Make sure that you select that we're using a custom delimiter and enter a comma, then press OK. On the next screen, you're going to select column 2, which contains our sensor output values. On this last page, you want to make sure that we're reading to the end of the file, and then you also want to make sure that we're using column 1 as our x-axis vector. Hit Next. And again, use these settings. Then press Finish, and we should see a plot appear. Alternatively, we can plot data live with KST. To do this, I'm going to trigger data collection just like before. I'm going to send the data to that same test.csv file that I was using earlier. I'm going to start collection by pressing Enter. Now, if I go into KST, again use that Data Wizard tool, make sure I'm using the test.csv file that I'm writing to. I'm going to be using the same configuration, and again pulling from column 2. In this case, we're going to be counting from the end of the file, but still using column 1 as our x-axis values. Then next, same settings here as well. I've moved my own sensor over, and I'm seeing the expected arterial pulsation waveform now.